So this is a pair of Air Max 97s that I grabbed a little while ago, and afterwards the silver bullets came out, so I kind of put these on hold. And it's basically the Air Max 97 in the white bullet colour. And with this particular pair, I think it's one of those ones where I was looking for a sort of neutral colour Air Max 97 and never had a pair before, so I thought I'd grab a pair just to see what they're like. And I'm an Air Max fan anyway, so for me I like these types of trainers. And this one was originally released in 1997, and I do remember them coming out again just at the time. I just wasn't able to buy them. And it was predominantly made as a running shoe, so it's one of those ones where nowadays you wouldn't really be running in something like this because tech has moved on so much. And these were inspired by Japanese bullet trains, and then also the mountain bike frames, and that's why you see the silver going around it, and it's got in this circular fashion, and it's kind of sort of quite iconic in terms of its design. And this was created by a guy called Christian Tresser, and so he was the original designer for these. In terms of the details, so this has a metallic silver, varsity red and white colourway. And these also come with a full length Air Max unit. As you can see here, it goes all the way around, and this is like the first model as far as I remember to have this. And not the most comfortable, but it's still quite cool to sort of see on foot, and you know, basically feeling like you're walking on air pretty much. And it's made up of mainly sort of synthetic and sort of mesh materials. I feel like this is the leather around the toe box area, but it wouldn't be sort of premium leather. I imagine that kind of creases up quite a bit. And the price for these are £175. So with the comfort and sizing, these are on the medium to firm side in my opinion. They don't feel soft. With the air unit itself, because it's supposed to be part of the sort of midsole as well, there isn't too much cushioning, but you do get a lot of impact protection from that. And this also has sort of good neutral support around the arch, so again, being a runner, you can see inside here it's got good sort of neutral support. The arch sort of runs along here, so it's quite nice on foot in that respect. And because of it being predominantly a mesh upper, there's no sort of wear and time with these. They're pretty good to go. I think the only wear and time is the midsole itself. And true to size does work, but I tend to go half size because I have a wide foot. And these also have a good traction. I won't say they're excellent, but the front part, where it's kind of almost this waffle pattern, works really well. The back, as you can sort of see, there's not so much grip there, so for me it's not the greatest, especially in sort of wet weather. So with the look and style, it's obviously a 1997 retro runner, but it's still got the sort of futuristic look to it. And like I say, because it's modelled on sort of the Japanese bullet trains, it's got these sort of circular lines going around it, and it looks quite sort of sporty anyway, and quite sort of speedy in itself. And I think with this one, because even though normally with trainers I sort of say sort of spring summertime for anything with like a mesh upper, but I think this one's got enough sort of protection around it, especially the toe box area, because you've got leather around here and you're set quite high up, that it's a good one to wear even during sort of autumn winter times in my opinion. It's a good one to rock casually. It's not really for smart wear. Like I said, it looks on the sort of sportier side. And it comes with the white laces, but you can also go grey or even the red laces. So with the final thoughts, I like the classic styling on this. I think it's really cool, and with the Air Max 97s, they all kind of have their sort of unique look to them. So with this one in particular, it's the same sort of thing. And like I say, it's got sort of a futuristic look to it, so it does, even till this day, even though it's now sort of coming on to sort of near enough 28 years old, it still looks relatively still fresh in my opinion. And also like the full length Air Max unit, more for aesthetics reasons really. It just looks really cool, especially when I was younger. I just like this kind of stuff because it's just sort of a gimmick, that but it's also really cool. And even now, it's still quite sort of unique really, because you don't get a lot of trainers with this kind of stuff. And with the cons, the comfort is kind of more on the firm side, so you don't expect too much comfort there, but it's still sort of supportive. And it's one of those trainers, if you're looking for something firm on foot and you're walking around casually, then this works. And the materials, so they're not the greatest of materials. I think this sort of leather here is not premium leather, but and I think it will crease quite quickly. But at the end of the day, it's still a cool trainer. So with the ratings, I give the Lucky Star for this one a 3 out of 5. It's mainly the colourway for me, it just doesn't quite work. I think the white, and because I'm used to sort of seeing the Silver Bullet colourway, and this one's kind of like a mishmash with the Silver Bullet and then putting sort of white panels on there. So for me, it doesn't quite work, and that's why I've given it a 3. And again, with the comfort as well, I think it's very mid, and even kind of similar to, I suppose, an Air Max 1 in terms of its comfort. So not the most comfortable of trainers nowadays, but like I said, if you're looking for something more firmer, then this is a good step in that direction. And with the quality, I give that a 4. You know, it's built pretty well. So the only thing that I would say is the leather material is not the greatest, but you know, for a runner, it's not bad materials on there. It's pretty good. And the pricing, depending on how much you buy them for, £175 is a lot of money. But if you can pick them up on the aftermarket or on sale, then you know, you can get them at a reasonable price, sort of near £100 mark. So definitely worth grabbing at that much. That's why I've given it a 4. But overall, it's kind of a mid sneaker, really. That's why I've given it a 3. I think for me, Silver Bullet or nothing really is the go-to for me. So with the Air Max 97.